Hello, Maurieo! AutoCAD Basic 19.2 Linear Dimensions Mechanical. Hello, welcome. Fireworks in the background. In this instructional video, we will be looking at linear dimensions for mechanical type projects and plans. So let's get on with the show and get to the AutoCAD show, not my PowerPoint, that I use for doing my titles, or the Moodle site. Here it is here. Finally, okay, so we're going to open the Bearing Dimensions M drawing file. Open drawing. Bearing Dimensions M, is that right? Bearing, okay. Bearing Dimensions M. There it is there. And we're going to open it right up. Okay, so that looks exactly sort of like what we've got there. I'll notice that I've got the hatching tool palettes over there. I could probably get rid of those and it'll give us a bit more room. Now switch to ISO A2. That's there like that. Okay, and create two viewports. Layout tab, layout viewports, rectangular. Okay, but we've already got ISO A2. We've already got an existing viewport there, so I'm going to go to paper space and I'm going to, just on a hunch, I'm just going to delete that viewport. Okay, and then I'm going to go to put these two in, create two viewports. So I'm going to go to layout and I'm going to go to layout viewports panel, rectangular and rectangular. Now this is interesting. Rectangular, and okay, there's the two there. Or should I run this down there like that? No. Okay, so there's the two there, and we want rectangular, and we want them vertical, I think. So I'm going to go vertical. It's already set at vertical, so specify first corner, or I'm going to go with fit, and so that'll give me two viewports there. Zoom to display the views similar to those shown. Okay, now this viewport here, oh no, this one here, I'm going to make that, hang on, what's going on here? I'm going to make that viewport there I'm going to bring it down from the top, I think, just how it sort of is there, and a little bit there like that. Okay, so that's that one there. So now I'm going to go to there. So that one there, no, that one we want to be like that. So that's going to go, it needs to be a bit bigger than that, like that maybe. Oh no, we need to get the whole thing in. So there, like that for that one. I could go to paper space here, and go to extents, and that'll make everything fit a bit better. So this one here, okay, so let's go, we'll just double click in here, and let's grab that and put it sort of pretty much how it is there. Okay, spacebar will end that one, and then this one here, just click in there, and that's it, sort of there like that. Okay, set the scales to 1 to 1 for the left viewport. 1 to 1. Well, that'll change it anyway. Yep. And 2 to 1 for the right viewport. Is it the right one? Yeah. And so that'll be 2 to 1, which is down here. Okay, like so. Lock the viewports. Oh, good thinking. Alrighty-ho. Oops, I'm disappearing. So, I'm just going to fix my green screen a little bit there. I think we need to come back around this way a bit. That's better. I think it is. I think we've got everything sorted there. Yep. Alrighty. That's all good. Now, alright. Lock the viewports. Have we locked this one? That stops things from moving around and changing. So, yeah, that's the 1 to 1. And that one's the 2 to 1. All good. So that's done. Now look here on the left of the book. If a single viewport already exists, resize it to make room for the second viewport and verify that both viewports are in the layer's viewports. Leave empty space. So I've deleted it. That's another thing here. If we go to paper space, we should make sure that these are in fact in the viewports layer, and they're not. They're in layer 0, so we need to put those into the viewports layer. Alright, so that's just a bit of tidy up there. Yeah, so that should be in the viewports layer. So I missed that little piece over to the side which tells you what to do. Okay, change the active layer to dimensions. So that's home, active layer here. Change it to dimensions. Okay, annotate tab, dimensions, pan dimensions as shown. So we can go to the annotate tab and show it here as dimensions, and that's where all the dimensions will go. So we can do that in the annotate tab there as well. Alright, now set the active dimension style to 2 places, which it's already set at that. This is an annotative style there. Start the dimensions command, okay, which is this one here. Select the bottom left endpoint and then select the left endpoint. So that's the bottom left endpoint, and then select the bottom left endpoint and then select the left endpoint of the green horizontal center line. The green horizontal center line. Okay. Drag the cursor left and down until a vertical dimension is displayed. Okay, all right. Okay, so I think I need to do that one again. So I've got that there, and then I'm going to there just to find that end point, and then I'm coming across to there and then doing my dimension. I think that's what's happening there, and that'll give the dimension. Yes, that will give the drag the cursor left and down until a vertical dimension is displayed as shown on the right. Check, click to place the vertical dimension. So they've got 50.8, they've got 50.0 in there. So I'll just have another crack at that, just to make sure that we've got that right. So we just go to dimension, we click on, now that's possibly, yeah, we want the end point there. Then we come to here, then across. Oh, once we've got it, we haven't got a, I think I might need to just check out my object snaps. We've got perpendicular, endpoint, midpoint, intersection, extents, perpendicular. Let's turn that one off there. Let's get out of here. I think that's what we're trying to achieve here. So we go with dimension, we go there, set it on there, across to there, then we drag it across. I think like that, although I don't quite know. Yeah, that's vertical. Okay. Alright, still in the dimension command, add the remaining vertical and horizontal dimensions shown in figure 19. Okay, so so this one here, we could click baseline, and that should give us that dimension there, which is 50. Okay, and that gives those two there. Be careful not to change the scale. Alright, so we've got those two there. So we'll just go enter. I think that's what we wanted there. And then we got to look along the bottom here. So we've got dimension here. And we'll start with these inside dimensions here. So we can go there through to there, and then we'll drag that down to there, 137.5. Then the next one is that one there, and that's the 162.5, and then we've got this one here. So we're just keeping going in the dimension. Oh no, we'll just well, if a U will work for that, undo. Yes, a U for undo there, and we'll put that one down there at 200. Okay, so that's all right. Now the next thing is to add some aligned dimensions. So we make this viewport here active. This one's active. Oops. Oh, there's a bit of a problem there. What I've done is I've actually done the dimensions in, those ones there, I've done all of the dimensions in paper space, which is not what we wanted. So I'll delete them. This is a quite common mistake. I'd like to say that I did it on purpose, but I didn't. So I'm going to go back to model space and do these ones again. So dimension, and we go from there, click on there till we get across, our 50 there like that, and then drag that across to there, and then we go with continue and drag that, I think, up to there. Is that how it went? Oh no, it didn't. You enter. Oh dear, this is turning into a bit of a, if I can click on there and then just go continue. No, I didn't want to go continue, I wanted to go baseline. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so we'll start again here. Right, so dimension, start there, that's the first point. Hover there just to establish where we want to go to. Oops. Sit there. Okay, and then we bring that out to there. Then we push baseline and we come to here. And that's those dimensions in through there. Now we're going to do these ones along the bottom. And we make sure we're in model space. Dimensions. So we're going to go from there through to there. Ooh. Yes, we are. And we'll just drag that down to there. And then we'll just continue from there through to there. So we just continue with the dimension command, and then we go from there through to there. Okay, which is our 137.5, 162. So I've kept going. I made a few mistakes and things along the way, which I've fixed up, and these are sort of mistakes that do occur, and it helps to at least see someone else make them so you don't make them yourself. Perhaps you could have seen them happen and foreseen them happen, but yes, you can have some problems along those lines. So I could go back and start again, but I don't really apologize for that. I think it's more beneficial just to see me stuff up and laugh, and then you can sort of learn from that experience, perhaps, or you may well make the same mistake yourself and you've got an example of how to deal with it, or you know what to look for. So make the 2 to 1, we're into here now. Just make sure that we are in model space and set the dimension dimension, and add the vertical dimension showing 1916, which is this 25 one here. So that's pretty straightforward. 25, is it? Yep. And exit the command, which is just always for me escape. Alright, start and add the vertical dimension. Still in the dimension command, select the 2. Oh, okay, I wasn't supposed to. I got a bit of ahead of myself there, missed a step. I'll just delete that, and we'll go to dimension, and so we can go from here to here to here, and then it says, while still in the command, select the 2 endpoints of the aligned one, of that one there, and that's got to be some sort of endpoint in there, I'd say. Yep, and that's 64 by the look of it. Yep, and just drag that out to there. Okay, and add the align dimension, exit the command, and you'll see that the 64 4 doesn't actually show up in here. Probably going to dig a huge hole for myself, but I actually think I might be able to make it show up in there by, in the annotative scale here, adding 1 to 1. And yeah, there you go, it'll show up there like that, so that makes it show up in both of them. And similarly this one here, if you wanted that. Again, you can see that it's only good for an annotative scale of 2 to 1, but if you add 1 to 1, it'll show up there in the other viewport. If that's what you want. If you don't want, if that's not what you want, of course, don't do that. It's pretty similar, pretty sort of thing, you know. So yep. So yep, we've taken a wee while on that. The estimated time on that was 5 minutes, and we're sort of getting up round to 21, 22. But nonetheless, we've got it done. File, save as. Yeah, bearing dimensions in, save, so it should replace it. Okay, and then we'll just close that. All right, and yeah, bit of a circuitous route to get to the answer there, but we got there in the end. I made quite a few mistakes along the way, but they're common mistakes. They're the sort of things that can really stump you the first time you make them and trying to work out what the hell's going on. So do make sure you're in model space and not in paper space, and yeah, and get some of those things working. Some people have their model space, their paper space, model space a different color so that they know that they're actually in model space. But these are sort of little nicks and knacks and tricks and traps and things that you pick up along the way as you get more and more experience with AutoCAD. So a lot of some of the mistakes I've made there have taken quite a while to solve them the first time I made them. A lot of Googling, a lot of forums, a lot of asking questions until you find a suitable answer, or one that, you know, makes things happen quickly. So this is part of the learning process. It's impossible sometimes to remember all of the stuff that's in the book, so you just have to make mistakes and solve them sometimes, and repeatedly making the same mistake and solving it, you soon learn not to make the mistake quite so often, especially if you're trying to make a video. Alrighty, cheers, see you.